let's talk about shoulder pads. I've been having some recent conversations with folks, although these conversations come up again and again, about how uncomfortable it can be to wear canvas packs. And I hear you. They don't have a lot of structure, they can be really heavy. So one of the things that I have worked really hard on and done a lot of research on and a lot of different iterations on is the shoulder pads on my packs. I feel like this is something that a lot of pack makers get wrong. They put a lot of effort into all the pouches and pockets and all that stuff, but then the shoulder pads, the shoulder straps are either just a piece of leather or they're just webbing, and they cut into your sides and they get really thin and the padding kind of wears out. So one of the things that I think you'll find that is unique on Meandering Maker packs is these super luxe shoulder pads. So let me show you how these are built. They all start with a piece of 910 bridle leather, okay? This is about 4.5 millimeters thick. You can do the conversion if you like. It's the same leather that is on all of the straps. This is my M3 Junior. All of the straps that hold all the pockets closed, as well as the adjustment straps, is all the same leather. So it starts with this super thick foundation. And then on top of that, I put 3/8 inch FY20 foam padding. So what's great about this stuff is that it's super duper lightweight, it's very springy, and it doesn't lose its springiness hardly at all over time. So it's very, very cushiony. These go, so the padding goes across or along almost the entire length of the strap here. So you'll see that from where it attaches at the very back of the pack, there's padding all the way down to where the adjustment strap goes. Sometimes you'll find that padding just starts a little bit low, stops a little bit high above where maybe the sternum strap is or whatever. But I always felt like if you're gonna have padding, then let's have padding the whole length of the strap. The other thing that you would never notice, but that I know, is that these straps are 2 inches wide. When I cut this foam, it's about 2 1/8 inch wide. And what that does is the padding is a little bit over the sides of the straps. And so what happens is when this gets sewn down, the padding squishes out against the edges. And so what you end up with is this really nice, squishy, round edge that's going to completely protect your under your arms, your armpits, wherever, from the rough edge of this leather. So the leather, the strap leather, is never going to touch your body because it's got this big, puffy, rounded padding. I sew this 1/2 inch from the edge is where this outside covering goes. I sew right through the padding so it stays exactly where it is. It's never going to shift. It's never going to bunch up. So starts with the foundation, then the padding, and then on top of that goes this garment chrome tanned leather that I use. Right now I'm using leather from a tannery called Richard Hoffman. I get it from Buckle Guy. They're wonderful. It is about 2 millimeters thick. I am also using a slightly thinner Chromex leather from Richard Hoffman. I like this because it's just a teeny little bit lighter and because it just looks amazing. That's what's on this pack here. But this one still is, so that's 1.5 millimeters thick. That is almost double what you're gonna get with buckskin a lot of times, okay? The reason I don't use buckskin anymore is, well, a couple reasons. One, over time it absorbs sweat and dirt and just kind of starts to turn kind of thin and papery, in my experience. So I wanted to show you how these last over time. So I've also got my personal River Rock. So I've had this for probably maybe 4 years, and these are the shoulder pads on this one. This is the exact same leather as this. This is that leather. So you can see that the padding is still super duper thick. So this brand new strap on the M3J here is 15.5 millimeters, 15.6. This one that's 4 years old is 14.5. So it has compressed by about a millimeter. But you can see the foam and everything is still exactly where it's supposed to be. Nothing has shifted around, nothing is bunched up. And you can also see that all that's happened to this leather is that it's gotten shiny. And it just kind of starts to get a little bit of a patina. You can see maybe on the inside edge that it's a little bit darker. But otherwise, it's like it's brand new. Still incredibly comfortable, still lots of squish. And the leather is not drying out, it's not bunching up, it's not getting thin, and it's not gross. It hasn't absorbed every little bit of sweat and dirt and whatever. To really drive home the point, this is my original 3-day pack. This is my most used pack. This pack has literally been all over the world. I've done 20-mile multiple day hikes. I've done canoe trips. I have beat the ever-loving shit out of this pack. The padding and the construction are the same, and this one, after 5 years or so, is about 14.5 millimeters. So it is still as buoyant and bouncy and thick as the River Ruck, which is also about half the size. So I wanted to cover this. I know that some people are kind of, they're hesitant to get a canvas pack because they think it's going to be really uncomfortable, or they have had canvas packs that are really uncomfortable. But trust me, I have put a lot of work and a lot of effort into trying to make these as comfortable as possible. This is a big deal to me. I put a lot of effort into these. And so they look beautiful, I think, and so I mess with the colors and all that stuff because I really want them to look pretty. But they are so effing comfortable. So don't let that deter you, at least not from getting a Meander Maker pack, and just keep faith that canvas packs can be comfortable. They're always going to be heavy. They're always not going to have a lot of structure unless you put them on a frame, but they can be comfortable, at least in the pads. And so that is what this is all about. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.